Last night I had a dream that I was staying in a really big wooden house. It's not my house. It's like some rich person's house, but they're coming home soon. So basically, my friend knocked on the door. And I opened the door, and it was one of those dream things where, like, you think you know who it is when you're in the dream, but then when you wake up, you realize it's a mashup of, like, different people that you know. She said she wanted to help me set up for the party, so I was like, okay, cool. And then I went into another room, and I came back, and, like, the whole table had been really beautifully decorated, and I was like, wow, she's good at that. Okay, cool. And I went up to the paper plates, and, like, the one on top was white and the one underneath was black and, like, glittery. And I tried to pick up the paper plates, and it, like, just draped over my finger. I was like, shit, I bought really cheap plates. Oh no, that's not good, but whatever. Okay, yeah, so then at that point, like, my friend Allison appeared. That's a real person in real life. And this other girl was, like, changing from person to person that I know. And she had curly hair. So basically, I was like, will you guys, after this party, will you guys go with me to a dinner party later? I have to go to a party in Van Nuys after this. Please go with me. And they're like, no, we had to get up really early and throw a birthday party for a little boy, and we're too tired. And then at that point I looked over, and there was a little boy actually standing there. I felt kind of annoyed at both of them because it was such a responsible real life thing to do, and it ruined my plans. I was annoyed about that. So we went outside. For some reason, outside, there was a row of cars delivering food. Everybody was ordering food, but they all scrunched up into one area on the block to, like, get the food delivered. It was stressful to watch because the cars were, like, parking angularly and crazy. It made no sense. At that point, I looked across the street, and there was, like, a werewolf. He was hunched over, and he was, like, part man still. He was scary. I was scared. I was like, fuck, I don't want him to see me. I have to, like, hide in these people, and maybe I'll be able to, hide behind them and he won't get me. So at that point, the werewolf kind of, like, hopped around. He kind of was hopping like a kangaroo, and he somehow got behind this fence, like a chain link fence. So anyways, I walked across the street, and I looked down at him, and he's just, like, wildly growling and, like, crazy. And I was just like, oh my god, I'm really glad he's behind that fence. Pretty soon, it was time for me to go to Van Nuys. And I was like, why did I agree to this? I didn't feel like going anymore. So I got in the car. I was a little bit nervous about the trip. At that point, it sort of felt like a van, but it sort of morphed into, like, a train as well. There was about 4 or 5 people. There was a lot of sparks along the way. I definitely felt that I was going to crash and die. When we got to Van Nuys, it was just a strip mall, 2 levels. And there was some very serious conversations going on, but I have no idea what they were about. And that was my dream. Taking out the trash and all the things in it.